I'm a little. Hey, I've been holding it in, but this X-Men 97.
Let's get into it, bro.
I mean,
X-Men
like-
97 was ridiculous. This is episode 5.
Episode 5, yes.
And,
Whoa.
gosh,
Yeah.
who wants to take us through?
Okay, first of all, I almost cried,
Dude, that's what I was saying. I'm like, this is like a movie or a show is good or a movie is good when you actually tear up.
dude.
And because I was like, oh my,
Y'all was tearing up.
gosh.
I didn't even
actually
tear
did.
up.
I actually did.
I didn't give a shit.
Dude. Hey, Dan, this guy wants somebody to die, and he don't even give a shit when people die.
Wow. No.
No, dude. Yeah, that.
But we haven't even
Oh,
said what we're talking
man.
about. So, we'll jump to the ending. Of course, we see a cherished and loved X-Men member unfortunately die.
Yeah.
I'll just take us through the episode.
Yeah,
so we can
take
get
us through
there.
the episode, Chandler.
So first off, we start off with a news interview is going on at the X Mansion. They're interviewing Beast. This lady gets Beast to blush. Oh, even Blue blushes. But they're all interviewing
His
them.
dick got hard. That BBC.
They're trying to show like mutants in a more human light, and because they're doing this because the mutant island of Genosha has officially been indoctrined into the UN.
Right.
So they're trying to show them in a more human light and show humans that like these are people too, and we don't need to eradicate all mutants.
Yeah, they're basically doing propaganda work. They're
Yeah,
basically
exactly.
doing,
And then we go see that Magneto, Rogue, and Gambit are going to Genosha, and they're going to just check it out, see what's going on. And we get there, and Madame Pryor actually is there.
He's there, yeah. I was like, okay.
Greets them when they get off the plane.
Yeah.
And she has become like a council member.
Yeah, council member.
She's one of the higher ups in this Genosha.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as we walk through, Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
Of course, I almost
Yeah.
skipped past. Wagner's back. Nightcrawler's back.
Yeah.
He teleports right on top of them. He's like, "Yo, what's up?"
Yeah.
Was he acting different to y'all than he did in the original
More.
show? He was
more-
more jittery,
yeah.
more
So-
excitable.
What I associated that with is like they're in Genosha, mutants are well more accepted, so he
Yeah.
was able to step out of his shell.
That's
That's
what
how
I
I
thought.
interpreted
Yeah.
it.
That's
But
what
yeah,
I
he
thought
was a little
too.
different than
No.
the
I
animated
liked
series.
it,
It is the same voice actor. It is the same voice
Yeah,
actor.
I could tell. Okay.
But yeah, he did seem a little different.
And
And
I
I probably
liked it.
was. 'cause
And I
of that.
also wanted to like, I also was trying to, I was really focusing on Nightcrawler because I was like, I was like, okay, he better not say anything that's like not like Nightcrawler-esque.
Right.
So I was really like focusing, and I was like, okay, he didn't say anything bad.
No, he didn't.
He
No,
didn't say anything character.
he comes in. He says that he's like running the ministry there.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
the head.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he
Yeah.
said, but he's
I can't
basically like the
remember
head
either.
priest there or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Running their Catholic.
And I was just
stuff.
making sure that it was just characters, like they didn't change anything.
Yeah,
But no, nothing.
The design definitely changed a little.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I think he looks clean. I think
it's better than the original.
It was mostly in the face. Like
Yeah,
it was
it
like
has, like,
he
a
has like a
darker-
shadow
Yeah.
in his eye area.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
it
Who knows?
looks good. It looks good for sure.
I love the teleportation too. He teleports.
Oh, yeah.
He teleports
Man.
a lot more.
Yeah, and the teleportation, like the smoke has changed because in the original series, it was just kind of like this gray puff of smoke.
Right.
And
now
this
it's
one,
purple.
it's like purple,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
classic, and we get a more classic sound for his teleportation.
Right.
And then, so while they're walking through, and we see like Magneto posters are everywhere. Magneto was right. Posters are everywhere. And then we cut back, and we see that Jean is like, she split this ocean, or not this ocean, but she split this lake water, and she's chilling in this lake, and kind of just going through her memories, seeing what she remembers, what she doesn't remember. And Wolverine comes to talk to her, and they're just talking. And
What's up, bub?
Yeah, what's up, bub?
Oh yeah, I also wanted to point out the Magneto and Professor Xavier statue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. When we come to the Genosha,
I didn't even notice that.
You
Yeah.
didn't see that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
They were
Yeah.
sick. I like that.
Wow.
There's a statue of both of them at the
To
front,
rewatch that.
which is kind of like weird for Professor X to be on the front of Genosha because Professor X wanted mutants to be accepted, yes, but he wanted mutants to be integrated with humans, have have this
True.
all be like one thing. We don't
Mhm.
need a separate
Right.
place for us.
Yeah.
We are humans.
They could have
too.
just been like honoring.
And it could have just
Professor
been
X, yeah.
honoring, but I felt like it was weird because like
I
why
feel
do we
that.
have him as the face when this
Yeah.
is not what he wanted.
Yeah.
Right.
Jean and Wolverine are avoiding the questions. That's why they're out there.
Yeah.
They don't want to be in this interview.
Interview thing. Yeah.
And they're kind of just talking, and then Jean is like piecing her memories together, trying to figure out her powers, and she's talking about how like things with Cyclops have been kind of weird. Wolverine's like, "Oh, so y'all still aren't talking?" And then he says something a little flirtatious. I didn't even see it as like super flirtatious. It wasn't as bad as some of the stuff he'd be saying to her.
Not only was
before.
Beast blushing, Wolverine got Jean Grey.
Yeah,
to blush.
Jean Grey was blushing.
She
and
got flustered.
and she kisses Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
But Wolverine like backs up and is like, "Nah, you are meant to be with Scott.
W Mans.
You need to go figure this out.
W Mans.
You need to go talk to Scott."
Yeah.
So he's not snaking on Scott.
Yeah.
So that's good for Scott, obviously. And then we go see more of Cyclops in his interview, and the interview lady asks him about his child. And it's like, "Oh, so you recently had a kid? Like, how's that going?" And obviously, like, his kid just passed.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know that. So he kind of is like, "Oh, I don't have a kid." And she's like, "Oh, why are you lying? Why are you lying about your child right now? We have the records that you went." And he gets pissed and starts yelling about
Where's
the
soundtrack.
he gets pissed and starts yelling about the doctor that wouldn't help.
Right.
And then just storms out of the interview. Probably not a good look.
Yeah.
Just storm out of the interview.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's okay. After that, we cut back to Genosha. We're back in Genosha, and Magneto and Rogue, and I don't think Gambit was in there with them. I can't remember right now, but they're all talking to the council, and the council is saying that they want Magneto to be like the king, the chancellor of the council,
Right.
be the leader
Yeah,
of
the
Genosha.
leader.
And at this point, I was thinking like, wow, are we gonna see like a new type of vibe for the X-Men? Like,
Yeah,
is he
are they
gonna be
come
like,
to
That's what I'm
Genosha?
saying.
yeah, like
Yeah.
what's gonna happen?
And he's kind of reluctant to accept it. He's like, "Why me? I like this shouldn't really be me." But then he says he will do it under one condition. And we cut away, and he's talking to Rogue,
Mhm.
and basically his one condition was if Rogue will be his queen and lead
yeah.
with him,
Right.
then he will do it.
Right.
And he's telling Rogue about that, and Rogue is not with that. She was
Yeah.
like, at first she's like, "No, I'm not with that at all."
Yeah.
But he kind of does some convincing, and she's
Hey.
down with it, and says she's down with it.
Magneto, sometimes he be talking like he's like a master Redditor. Like he talks like he's a Redditor.
Okay.
Like this guy is like on Reddit like every day.
Yeah.
It's like he has that Reddit vocabulary.
I mean, yeah, he does have that Reddit vocabulary, that long
Yeah.
But like
vocabulary.
somehow, yeah.
Yeah, she's into it after he does some convincing, and then we cut back and we see that Scott and Jean are talking about Nathan. Like, Jean is asking him like, "Oh, what did he look like?" And
Yeah.
da-da-da. But then we find out that that's not actually Jean. It's Madeline Pryor communicating with him telepathically, and the real Jean comes into to the mindscape with them,
Yep.
and is like, "What the hell are y'all doing?" and shuts that shit down. She's very mad.
Yeah.
She says, "Communicating using telepathic rapport was our thing, Scott."
Yeah.
So complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're arguing, and she's just like, go to Genosha, be with my clone. I don't care.
Yeah.
And man,
It's such a like a
because
house vibe. Like it's a weird house vibe.
because
Like,
he had a kid with this lady,
yeah.
obviously. So
Yeah.
he's connected with this new Gene
Yeah.
in a
Which
different
is
way
crazy.
than original Gene.
Right.
He got married to this Gene.
Yeah.
Like, he's been through a lot with this Gene, so I understand it.
It's
And
rough.
she asked,
Hard life.
she
Yeah.
asked, "Do you love me? Do you love me, Scott?" And he says,
love both.
I love you both.
Yeah.
Top tier acting right now. Reenactment guy is got it
Reenactment
down.
guy.
I love you both. And then he's like, but do you love me? And
Yeah.
she doesn't even really answer the question. She's kind of dodging it. More of that kind of maybe she wants to
Yeah.
go for Wolverine vibe.
Ooh.
And then
Bro,
we cut
that's
away.
gonna stir some shit up,
Yeah,
boy, dude.
So then we cut from that. We go back to Genosha,
Yeah.
and Rogue
Rogue.
goes to break up with Gambit, essentially, and
Yeah.
tells him, like, I'm going to be queen with Magneto. I'm going to stay here.
Well, let me
Well,
pause you
they-
right there. It kind of felt like you said Rogue. It kind of felt like Gambit friend zoned Rogue.
It did, yeah.
She was like,
Because he said he walked off after he said, "I think we better off be friends." Shell.
yeah, uh-huh.
With my Gambit accent.
Maybe she wasn't coming in there to break up. Maybe she was coming in there just to
I think she was
say
kind
that
of
she
explained.
accepted the queen
Yeah.
role or whatever.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was a mutual, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they kind of,
It could have been that too.
yeah. But
But-
she talks about like how Magneto's able to touch with her and how that makes a lot of difference.
They go into like their past as well.
Yeah. She tells. Oh yeah, that's right. She tells Gambit
Gambit.
about how she met Magneto.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which was
and
crazy.
How they basically got into a relationship, and that,
She was the only person she could touch.
yeah, how they figured that out, and that kind of made it to where they were in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
But he was too complicated of a man, and they broke up.
But if you're
Mhm.
watching this and you don't know Rogue's powers, she feels as Magneto said, she feels the pain of anybody she touches, and she like can absorb powers
Yeah,
of anybody she touches. So
yeah.
there's that background.
So Gambit is distraught. He leaves, and then we cut to there's a party.
Yeah, the party.
The
Yeah.
Mutant Club,
Yeah.
I called it.
Yeah.
Thumping music, everybody's going crazy. Nightcrawler's dancing.
Yeah.
He's like dancing, and then he'll teleport.
Dude,
Yeah.
that song was
Dancing.
fire though.
Yeah, it
Did you
really
hear that?
was.
That song was fire. I'm gonna need to Spotify that shit.
Yeah,
I'm
It
gonna
was,
have to
it
find
was,
that.
it
that
was.
shit was tough.
Or not Spotify, Shazam that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn on the little
Yes. And then we see like Magneto's in there, and Dr. Cooper, the one that was prosecuting him,
Yeah.
she
Oh,
comes
yeah.
to talk to him and is like saying how she doesn't know how she feels about having a terrorist as the leader of Genosha. And
Pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah, and he says something like, "Oh well, you're okay with having all these other terrorists as your leaders."
Yeah.
Kind of a
Switched
dig,
it on.
kind of a dig on our politics right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
uh,
switched
That
it
was
on.
pretty crazy. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
yeah.
Switch up.
But they say, well, he's not going to be leading alone. He's actually going to be leading with Rogue if she accepts. And she's like, oh, what'd she say? Did she accept? And then Rogue comes in, flying in a dress and everything,
Yeah.
ready to dance it up with Magneto.
Yeah.
Magneto and Dance. Or Magneto and Dance. Magneto and Rogue.
Magneto
dance.
and dance.
Mag-
What, buddy?
Magneto and Rogue dance like right in front of Gambit, like a pack of assholes.
Yeah, that's fucked
Yeah,
up.
that was so tough.
Like,
That made it.
Bruh.
and then he
That
leaves-
makes
then
it
he
worse. That
leaves,
makes it
yeah.
worse for the upcoming.
Yeah, he leaves,
parts.
and which is bad because he doesn't even get to see that they kiss. And then after that, Rogue's like, I think Gambit was right. Some things are deeper than just skin.
Again, yeah.
And I'm with him.
Right.
So she ends up choosing Gambit, but never told him that.
Yeah.
So then after that, we see, and I kind of skipped past it earlier, but earlier in the episode, we seen Jean get hit with this like blue, I don't even know, power beam of something in
Yeah.
her head. And then we see at the club that Madeline Pryor is also hit with this same energy, but it's a different color.
Right.
Yeah, and shit starts hitting the fan.
Yeah, she gets hit with this energy, and she's like bleeding from the nose, and is like freaking out. And she goes outside, and then Cable.
Yeah,
shows
you
up.
start hearing like, dude, it was kind of eerie.
Yeah,
Like
It
you kind of
was.
looked around, like everybody get out.
yeah. I was like,
was like,
who's that gonna be? Cable shows up, runs up to her, and he's saying, you got to turn off the music, get everybody out of here. He's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
We don't know who he is.
He
Who
is.
do you guys think
Yeah.
who he is?
I have no clue.
Well, that's Master. That's like some type of futuristic version of Master Mold.
yeah.
Well, I'm not thinking he's talking about that. I think he's talking about
somebody else. Yeah, that's what I thought he was talking about too. Somebody
I think he's
completely
talking
else.
about Apocalypse.
Maybe.
Because-
we haven't seen him yet. I forgot.
Because in his wrist thing, so he's talking to her, telling her to leave, and then he starts to
I didn't
like
even
get
think about
teleported away.
No, but one thing he said something about mom.
Yeah,
Or
he
no.
calls her
Yeah.
mom,
Yeah.
Madeline
Which
Pryor's
that's
mom.
that's relevant
because
if you
he's
didn't know. Yeah.
he is Nathan Summers. He
Yeah.
is that child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was okay.
So
Crazy, huh?
yeah, it's so mixed up,
Yeah.
mixed
Yeah.
up. But that cube in his arm is the same looking kind of cube that Apocalypse stole from him in I think it wasn't the last season. It was the 4th season of the X-Men show.
Yeah.
There's like this teleporting cube that Apocalypse stole from Cable.
That's
He has
right.
that-
I do remember that.
He has
Yeah,
that same
okay.
one right there.
Right.
When he's talking about he's coming.
Mhm.
So I think Apocalypse is who he's talking about.
Yeah.
But he gets teleported away before he can really say anything else. Madeline Pryor's sitting there confused, and then, boom,
Oh hell. makes
crazy
sense.
explosion
Yeah.
goes off, and it's like this giant sentinel,
yeah.
With 3 heads.
giant 3-headed sentinel,
Yeah.
dropping off like
Which had more of a body type, like as I was saying, had more of a body type as Master Mold.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a
Like-
big master mold, like
But
bug,
with,
like
but-
insect, crazy,
Yeah,
huge
Godzilla
insect.
kaiju looking motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy, and it's dropping the whole time. It's dropping like
Sentinels.
actual
Sentinels.
sentinels.
Yeah.
So Genosha's getting
Insane.
fucked up.
Attacked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
And fucking mutants are getting vaporized left and right. Like,
Yeah,
people are dying
Yeah.
fast.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Bro.
And then
This was Chandler's favorite part of the thing. Like,
yeah,
people
when
were fucking
everybody was dying, I was like, yes. But right before Magneto and I think was it Magneto and Rogue? Yeah, Magneto and Rogue are sitting there and they're about to get blasted away by this thing, and then Nightcrawler
Yes.
comes in, teleports them away,
Saves the
teleports
day.
them to the top,
Yeah.
and we see that a bunch of mutants are dying up here, like Callisto
Yeah.
from what is that group called? The
X-Force.
No.
not the X Force,
the-
the
Something with an M.
Morlocks.
Yeah,
Morlocks.
Morlocks.
Yes, one of the Morlocks, Callisto,
Yeah.
is dying.
Callisto.
I think we like watch her die because her pupils like
Yeah.
dilate.
Oh yeah.
It's,
yeah.
it's creepy. Dude.
Yeah, it's dude. They're letting them go all out.
Yeah.
Loving it.
I'm loving the way
Yeah.
the show
no,
feels.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Like the
no
feeling.
soft shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going great.
And then Gambit goes to get these Morlocks that are stuck underground. He helps them out,
Ugh.
and there's also a tough scene with Gambit when he hops on the motorcycle and he's slashing up some Sentinels. I
Yeah.
thought that was
Dude, yeah, he
one of my
went
favorite parts.
crazy.
Yeah, I thought
He
that
went
was one of my
crazy.
favorite parts.
Coming out like a G.
Yeah.
And then of course, or not of course, then Magneto is shielding himself and Leech, one of the Morlocks, from this giant blast that's going off, and then we don't really know if they died, but
We don't.
it looks like they got blasted away.
Yeah.
And then Rogue is pissed. She's
She's about
super
to risk
pissed.
it all.
Yeah, she goes straight after it, and Gambit knocks her away,
Yep.
and he goes after it and gets stabbed by this giant Master Mold thing, and he gets pulled up close to it. And I thought they were just gonna let him die with the stabbing, but I guess that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, which was
Yeah.
so sick.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wanted to get stabbed so that he could surge his power through this
into the
and
thing.
destroy it.
Bro.
And before he says it, he says, "Name's Gambit, mon ami, remember it."
so
And then
hard.
the power surge happens, the big Master Mold blows up, and Gambit freaking dies.
Dude, I texted y'all. I said, "Hey, this episode," I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna need a minute."
I
Yeah,
didn't even want to say anything because I did that.
Dude, it felt. I mean,
is that where y'all was crying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro, I was
okay.
like, bro. I mean, hey, yo.
And-
I mean, I didn't cry. I
No,
almost
yeah,
cried.
not like
Nah, 'cause
literally
it's,
crying.
It's not. It's tough not to cry.
No,
but
it's tough to cry.
It is tough. It is tough.
No, just like just tearing up.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
just
just
tearing up
like
because
just
it's like,
really
oh, yeah,
sad.
bro.
It was really.
We
well
literally
done.
watched the whole animated series.
Yeah,
with Gambit.
That's what was
Yeah.
hard. I was like, oh, and then you see Rogue just crying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
holding
she's
Gambit.
over his body and is like, I can't feel you. I can't feel you.
Yeah, that's
Now
what
that-
was like. Oh
now
my
that
God,
she
man.
can touch him, she can't even talk to
Yeah.
him or do
Yeah.
anything. Like, so tough. And then we go and see the
Is this dude crying right
X-Mansion.
now?
Then we go back and we see the X Mansion and their reaction to it. They're watching the news and they're just like,
They're
"Oh my
all-
gosh, how many died? How many died?" And they don't know. But yeah, that's basically the end of the episode. Ends off with Gambit freaking dying.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Gambit.
Crazy freaking episode.
insane.
Yeah. Crazy.
I
episode.
definitely don't think Gambit is like dead forever.
Yeah.
Especially since we got some cable shenanigans.
Yeah.
I think the next
Timelines could change.
Yeah, I think the next episode, or maybe even the next few episodes,
I'm surprised.
are going to be him
And they-
trying to fix it.
Was it a part?
No,
I don't
this one
think it
wasn't
was.
a part.
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
surprised
think.
it wasn't a part. But
And here's the thing:
Guess that
how are
makes sense.
there's no way they're gonna be able to like veer off to a different type of vibe of episode.
no.
They're going to have to like
No,
elaborate
yeah,
on that.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, for sure. No,
Like,
it's
there's
not
no
going to
way-
be able to be a Jubilee.
Yeah, Jubilee Sitch.
Yeah,
and
no.
They go off and like their friend, they're one of their, friends just died. And they're off fucking playing video games and shit.
Yeah.
They can't.
Yeah, we
do
need
that.
a couple more episodes of like hardcore.
But
and
one thing I did catch, I don't know if you guys caught, but right before the explosion goes off, when the fireworks are shooting off, we actually get the Watcher in the
yeah,
sky.
that's what I thought. I was
Wow, I didn't even notice that.
like, yeah, I saw something in the sky. I'm like,
So the Watcher is there. This is obviously a big moment in time.
Yeah.
Because the Watcher is there. And he looks a little different than he does in.
yeah, I don't know who the Watcher is. I don't think.
So the Watcher is like this being that is beyond space and time, and he can go into any timeline, check out any timeline. He is the Watcher.
Oh, okay,
He
makes sense.
very
yeah.
rarely intervenes, and when he does, stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
So he was there, and I definitely think he was there, like because this is such a big moment, and because things are going to change, and he
Mhm.
needs to see how this is going to change.
Yeah.
Maybe we get some Watcher stuff later on. Watcher is involved in a lot of X-Men stories and
Right.
a lot of Fantastic Four story. Like he is a big character. So
Yeah.
but his design in the sky, obviously, he's just like a little floating head in the sky, so we don't get to see. But he looks a little different than he does in What If.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is like a different version or what.
It'll definitely be a different version.
Right.
But yeah. That's all I got for 90
Hey,
seconds.
and
So
that breaks it down
freaking
for
insane.
yeah, and that which number episode that was? That was
That was
six?
episode 5.
Episode that breaks it down for episode
got
5.
So
Five
halfway
episodes
through,
left.
and it was a banger.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best episode so far.
Yeah, a lot of shit happened, and when an episode makes you feel that type of way, you know
Yeah.
it's a good episode.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, I was
Yeah.
hurt.
You'll come
I'm
back,
not
I
gonna
was
lie.
and
hurt.
look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You'll come
yeah.
back and look at that episode, and you'll be like, "Wow, bro! I remember first time watching shit it crushed me."
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think, that episode you'll come back and watch that episode. You'll be like, "What the hell?"
Right.
Yeah.
I remember when I
Yeah,
first
it was
watched that
insane.
shit.
It was.
But I mean, that honestly, that breaks it down, pretty good.